How is a Colorado Springs car accident case different if it involves a drunk driver? So you're driving along and you've been hit in a crash to no fault of your own, but then you realize and find out that the person driving the other car was actually drunk. So I'm Chris Nicolaysen from Springs Law Group, and I'm going to take this step by step for you to kind of give you what the best next steps are. So the moment then you get out of your car, you make sure you're fine, you're not, severely injured. And if you are, you need medical attention right away. But if you're not, then you look, and the normal things you would do is you get everybody's information. Then when the person who hit you gets out, you realize that they're drunk. Well, the thing you have to do for any crash here in Colorado Springs is that you need to call the police and have them come out. And they may be hesitant to do that, but you still have a duty to do that. So I would call the police and have the police come out first. Then the police are going to talk to this person, and what's more than likely going to happen, they're either A, going to be cited, and B, going to be arrested for being intoxicated. But that's not something you need to worry about there. But you want to make sure then too that drunk driver is talking to the police. If that doesn't happen, then you need to figure out a way to kind of note that. Note, hey, when I was talking to him, he had alcohol in his breath. Things like that. Just make notes of it. Now then, additionally, let's say he is cited and he's booked and charged with a DUI. Then what happens is now you're actually you have two different cases. So there's the personal injury case for your bodily injury. You potentially could have a property damage claim as well. And then additionally, over on this side, you would have a criminal case. Criminal case, the person would be arrested and charged, and then the district attorney would end up, kind of filing a case against that person for driving under the influence. And so that's a different case as a whole. They may then call you actually as a witness to the DUI case. It's not your own case necessarily because it's a case of the state versus that person that hit you. And then where your personal injury case is a case of you versus that person. And so there's two different parameters there. But the way that it can actually help you in some ways in your personal injury case is it can help with the liability being admitted. So then you're sitting at a stop sign, for example, and you do nothing wrong. That person then plows through and hits you. It may actually help the asphalt insurance company or that person's representatives realize, hey, we don't want to fight this case because our client or our person that we represent was drunk. And so that's not anything that we want to deal with. So it could help solve the liability question right away on who's at fault, and potentially also help speed up a settlement as well. So those can be some helpful pieces there. But just understand that if somebody is drunk and they hit you, there's more than likely going to be two different cases against that person. And so those are two different avenues that you can go. One is a civil case and one is a criminal case. And so that's usually what happens there. And so if that happens, it could be helpful too to talk to a criminal attorney or talk to the DA's office on the criminal side. On the bodily injury side, it's more helpful to talk to a personal injury attorney on that side. If you do have questions about that, if you are injured by somebody who was drinking and driving, feel free and reach out to us here at Springs Law Group. We're happy to chat.